Hi guys, I'm back. Let's have a look at some stuff about the generator. Look, I printed this out and I'm gonna show you how I did that. So here's the 3D drawing I showed you earlier, and if you leave out the bodies you have, well, nothing. But there's also a sketch here somewhere. Yeah, this one. And well, the sketch is what I printed out. So this is how I did it. I exported it as a DXF file. And you get one of those save pop-ups. And then I opened it in Inkscape. And let's see. Yeah, basically just open the DXF file and press OK, and it appears. Right here. This is what it looks like. And from here on you can just drive it through your printer, and then this thing appears. And so I cut it out. So here's the cut out pieces of the print, and it's going to be laid out something like this. And I'll have to draw some lines across here, and then eventually can cut those, and later we're gonna figure out how to get the circles done. So yeah, this is the high pressure laminate I bought from plexiglass.nl, and it was very cheap. It's only 12 euros or so. So these are the magnets. These were bought from AliExpress, 10-day delivery, and they came in very fast. And well, yeah, you can see some inaccuracies, but they're probably just fine. They're N35 neodymium magnets, and yeah, they're gonna do great on this generator. In the corner here you can see I've been cutting a lot of iron pieces on the cutter jig. Let's see, where's the thing? Is this thing, remember? So you basically just insert the piece of iron and then cut it off, and yeah, you're gonna feel it in your hands. I use both hands on the thing to cut it, and this is the result. So you can see on one side, where you can't see actually, it's mostly flat, and on the other side there's some parts sticking out, so it's almost perfect. Well, eventually when the bobbin is complete I can saw it off with a metal saw. So very nice. So now let's continue with cutting the bobbins out. So here we are looking at the high pressure laminate on the bench, and I'm trying to measure out, the space where I'm going to cut the high pressure laminate. I'm trying to make it, as neat as possible, so I don't make too much waste. Wasted material you can't use again. So it happens to be 4 centimeters by 5 centimeters square of rectangles. And I'm leaving half a centimeter in the middle, in between those, so you don't have to cut so extremely accurate. So here you can see about what it's going to look like. As you can see, I forgot one line there. And I'm also drawing the rest. So here I'm trying to make use of all the pieces that are cut off. Then it's all just about cutting it. Doesn't take very long. Doesn't have to be very precise. So yeah, that's the bigger part. Those are going to be the starter plates. They're going to hold up the bobbins. and then these smaller parts are going to be the bobbins. So that was cut short because, yeah, well, why would you need to see everything? Here I'm using double-sided tape, and I'm taping on these cutout, bobbin models, or whatever you call them. Here I show you that I forgot the center point, and I'm trying to reconstruct it using another piece of paper. I'm drilling out a hole so that I can rotate it around that hole, because I'm going to use the drill press you see next there. The drill press is going to cut the circle for me. I'm also making a sort of guide plate, and then the bolt is going to be countersunk, so I'm also making the guide plate having a countersunk hole. So here it is on the drill press, and very soon you're going to see it from close up. Right now it's almost going to be like a CNC router, but yeah, well, I do have a CNC router, but it doesn't cut through this high pressure laminate. It's too strong. I have to fix the CNC to be able to do this, so that's why I'm trying to do this by hand. It takes a while, and as you can see here, the circle of the bobbin is too close to the edge, and it keeps shifting. So if you're going to do this, make sure you have enough material on the sides. Also, I think there are better ways to do this, but then again, this was just an experiment. As I'm also hoping to make the CNC router or a piece for it using this method, in the hope that it's going to be perfectly round. But I figured out that this is not the best method to make something. I might still try it for the CNC router, because if that's fixed, then all of these pieces, all of these bobbins, they're going to be so much easier to make. So here you can see it finished, and I also drilled through a couple of times, so it's easy to cut it with a cutter. And then right now I'm sawing it with a metal saw, the rest, so the square part, which is going to hold the bobbin in place. And here's mostly sanding, because it's not perfectly round, like I said before. This takes a long time. It's going to take just just as much time as when you just saw the round bobbin out. So you saw straight lines until it's eventually it's round, or about round. So I just show you a drill bit there, and it has the 14 and the 16 millimeters, and just it doesn't have the 15 millimeters. So I'm using one of those sander drills to make sure that it eventually becomes 15. So here's the result. So you can see the iron pieces fit in nice and tight, and while the bobbin doesn't have to be perfectly round, it's just that it needs to hold the coil in place, and it needs to be big enough so that the coil doesn't wrap, over the side of it. What matters is that it's strong material, and it's going to hold in place. Well, it's strong material because it's high pressure laminate, and it's going to hold it in place because I'm going to super glue the core and the bobbin plates. I'm going to glue them together, and then eventually I'll be sawing off the edges, so it's going to be nice and flat, the iron part. And so I have to do some more work here. As you can see, there are 16 bobbin plates and 2 starter plates I have to still make. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching.